Hey, and welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is episode 56 of a YouTube show I would do where I showcase my recent comic book hauls, comic book speculations, stuff from my collection, and I do some mini reviews of stuff from my weekly pull list. So I think I got a pretty good haul here this week. It's a decent one. I think you're going to find some really cool things here. If you find yourself watching this video, it's probably because you love comic books. So, why not become part of the You Love Comic Books conversation and, subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Leave a comment if you have any, if there's anything you see in the episode that you like, or you have any questions, or you have any corrections on anything I might say throughout this episode. Also, before we get started, check out the links in the captions of my YouTube. For my Instagram, You Love Comic Books, where I showcase stuff from the video and stuff from my collection that's not part of the haul. It's just going back years of collecting comics. So I put that on there. Check that out. It's a lot of fun. I also might sell things on there once in a while, so keep your eye out for that. Also, check out my eBay. The link's in there as well under You Love Comic Books. And you'll find my... I have stuff like video games, toys, comics, trades, etc. in there, so check that out. All right, so let's get into the haul real quick. This is my only pull list book this week, Star Wars Hidden Empire #2. This was pretty good. I like the storyline. I'm assuming this is the concluding storyline. They consider this like the trilogy of the Kira Crimson Dawn. It's kind of funny. I don't know if you guys remember, but originally this storyline started in War of the Bounty Hunters, and they were pushing like Boba Fett a lot, and there was a real bait and switch where it ended up becoming a Kira story. Now, if you remember who Kira is, she's the character played by, she was in the movie Solo. So that movie it's like okay. It's considered probably the biggest failure of a Star Wars movie, like financially and all that. But, they left a lot of things open. So I think it's kind of cool that Marvel was able to kind of take the ball from, the javelin or whatever it is, the baton, that's it, in the relay race and do something with the character Kira. I hope they maybe bring her back into the shows, but who knows? We'll see how this series ends. All right, cool. Let's go to the haul then. This was in the dollar bins at the store. I always check out their dollar bins. Once in a while, they have some cool stuff in there. This one's all new stories based on the hit television series Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa. This is #1 Archie Adventure Series. First issue collector's item. That's pretty clever right there. As seen on ABC. This is like a fine condition copy. Maybe a VG fine. It was red. I mean, I've seen worse condition books. It presents well. It looks good on the screen, right? Happy to get it for $1. This one I was really happy to get for $1. This was not in the greatest condition, but man, I'm trying to complete this run, and this is one of the ones I needed. Now I only need issue 11 and 12 to complete the Peter Porker's Spectacular Spider-Ham series from the mid-'80s. So, happy to grab this. Like I said, this is not the greatest condition, but I'm not going to refuse getting it for $1. And I love this cover. This is like one of the better covers in the series with the Pigzilla, whatever this thing's supposed to be. So, really actually happy to have this one. If I see a better condition copy at a reasonable price, I'll grab another one. But again, I consider this, part of collecting that series. I'm happy to grab it. All right, got these at a Second in Charles. This one was $2.95. Batman 656. And Batman 657. Now I have a couple of copies of these. If you follow if you have watched previous episodes, I actually got these at a convention, haul, my convention haul, whatever you want to call it, back in late September. And I got these books, plus some other ones around this era, for like $3 each. And I'm going to grab these again. So what's the key significance of these books? Well, this is the, 655. I think there's like a small cameo, but 656 and 657 are the full appearances of Damian. Who's technically Batman's son, Talia al Ghul's son, and he's the one that is the current Robin, or I don't know, is Tim Drake Robin still? It's kind of tough to follow that. I don't really collect new DC too much, so I'm not really keeping track on who the new Robins are. But happy to have this. These are in pretty good, I would say these are like VF condition copies. One of these is more VF near mint. Getting these for like $2.95 is a great price. These books can average at least $20. I'm gonna hold on to these though. Feel like if they ever do anything with Damian, that's when I'll probably send these out into the world again. But I think if I see these again, I'm done getting these books. Unless I find them for $1. All right, this one was also $2.95. Happy to get this one. Cops Central Organization of Police Specialists, final issue. The Bart Sears cover. I love this one. It's the last issue of the Cops series. I just want to get issue 1 and this last issue. Last issues of series like this are hard to get, especially these like licensed cartoon properties. Like they just, by the time you get to this point, the amount of issues they're making, the numbers are so low. They just get so rare. Also, what I love about this cover is it's kind of like similar to the Justice League covers that came out around this time period in the 80s with it was like Justice League International, Justice League Europe, where they would have like Guy Gardner in the front and all the characters, and I feel like they're kind of biting that for this Cops thing. Nah, it's not. It's good. It's not the greatest condition. I mean, like the book itself. Problem is, it's a black cover, so those spine ticks are not very forgiving. But overall, it's a newsstand, so that's pretty cool, right? Happy to have it. I'm not going to complain. I think getting it for under $3 is a good price. So, cool. All right, this was at a different store. Thor Annual, King Size Annual, Mighty Thor #5 from 1976. It's an awesome classic cover between Thor and Hercules fighting. This book kind of picked up a bit because this was considered the first appearance of those two goats from Thor: Love and Thunder. I've been wanting to get this book for a while anyway. I would say anything from Thor: Love and Thunder is considered like dead spec at this point. You buy it because you like the Thor comics and you want those like first appearances. I found this. I think this is a good price. It was only $8. It's in decent condition. Like, it's got a little staining down there. It's not. I would say this is like fine at best. Maybe that's being kind, but I think at that price, pretty good. Happy to have it. This one's pretty cool. I've been wanting to get this one for a while. This one's a decent condition copy. This one was $9.99. Prince Namor, the Savage Submariner, 67. I think the series becomes the Savage Submariner right here. Now, the key significance of this book is it is the first in this costume. It's like this character's been around since the late 30s, I think. Marvel Comics #1. I think Namor first premieres in that. This is the first time he's wearing pants. So, I mean, I guess that's a big deal. It's also a super cool cover. Like, it's one of the more iconic covers from this line. Happy to have it. And I think it's at a good price, so. All right. This was cool. Found these for $3 each. Or $2.99 or whatever. Secret Defenders #15. This was at a different store. This is the first. It's not first really anything. It's just it features an early Deadpool appearance. Deadpool appears in this series for a little run. Found 16 as well for the same price. These are both in really nice condition. 7. He also appears in 17, so I'm gonna try to find that one. Maybe I just didn't see it. They had it at the store. So if I go back there, I'll just make sure to see if it's there. Just again, early Deadpool appearances. I think those are always cool to get. It's funny, he shows up in Deadpool. In New Mutants '98. He shows X-Force #2 is like his second appearance. But he shows, and then X-Force like 11 or something like that. It's considered his third, but he shows up in like all these like odd comics throughout like the around this time period, like Nomad. I think he makes appearance in Daredevil. It's just rando appearances. They definitely tried beefing this character up. I think, and these all these appearances before his first like miniseries in like '95 by Madura. So I always think it's cool to find these. Like if you follow this show, I recently I had it was like Silver Sable like 24, and he was in that one as well. So clearly this was a character that people wanted in the book. He's already the big mouth character at this point, so pretty cool. Happy to have it. This one was a fun find. My son's a big fan too of this band, Slayer Repentless. This one was cover price. I didn't even know they had a miniseries. I guess it was based on like a video, or like a mini movie they made or something back in like, I think this is from like 2016. It's kind of funny. They only had this issue, and I was like, well, great. Now I gotta go find the other issues of the Slayer series. This is the band Slayer, just in case anyone's not into heavy metal, thrash metal, whatever. They're pretty famous, iconic band, but not everybody knows. It's a band, you probably never heard of them. Just kidding, of course. It's funny, I was looking up the miniseries at home, thinking like, great, I gotta go get these, but I think I'm just fine with getting this one, because issue 1 is just some like dude with like an eye patch covered in blood, and issue 3 is like some weird random image with like a broken bottle and like a knife or something with some, like, you could see the reflection of some characters. This is the only one that has the band on the cover. So, I mean, of course, obviously, if you want the whole, read the story, you need the whole one. But I think as a collector, just to get this for this band Slayer, I think this is the one you want to get anyway, because this is it's odd too. Wouldn't you not, wait, shouldn't this be issue 1? And the one with the guy with the eye patch be issue 2? I don't know. Strange decision. I don't know. I didn't make the comic. So whatever. Happy to have it either way. All right. This is going to be a quick one, guys. So this is the last ones in the haul. I went to a store today and going through them. These were $2 books. Batman 430. Just an awesome cover. Who is that in the bottom anyway? I can't read the signature. But great Batman cover. Batman 416. This was $2. This is kind of considered like a little bit of a key. This is in really nice condition. This is the first time Dick Grayson Nightwing meets Jason Todd, Robin. So it's a little minor key. Definitely worth more than 2. So I think that was a good get. Batman 415. Just a fun cover there. Decent condition too. This one was $2. And then this one I had to grab. This one was $2 as well. No key significance, but I feel like if you could find these books at for a cheap price, you should just grab them if you like Batman. Batman Adventures number 22, a newsstand. This one was only $2. It's a decent condition copy. It's got like a little minor spine tick there and everything, but happy to have this. Yeah, it's just Batman Adventures, like, those covers are like awesome. The artwork in the books, based on the Batman animated series. Obviously, any of the Harley Quinn issues from these series go for insane. Like Batman 12 is pretty crazy. But hey, I think this is an awesome Batman Two-Face cover. Get it for $2 with the newsstand. Pretty cool. All right, almost done. Superman 672. I'm sorry, Action Comics 672. Now, why did I get this book? Well, here we go. This one was $3. Really nice condition copy. Little scuff on the bottom, but overall really good. That's another one. It's a first appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog in comics. Now, I know supposedly he appeared in some like little mini comic or something, but this is in comics, I guess. So yeah, I think people are starting to discover these, and they're starting to get picked up. Now, I've showcased in previous episodes of UL Comics. Actually, let me grab those real quick, just so you guys can see. just in case you want to hunt for these. Justice League Europe 33 and Superman 62 both have the Sonic the Hedgehog mini comic insert, 16 page. And then the one I was looking for, I didn't get it, unfortunately, was Detective 639. That has it as well, Detective Comics. Now, at the store, I don't know if it has other key significance, or maybe the guy knows about the significance of that book. He was charging, like, that one was only $3. He was charging, like, $9 for that one. And I'm like, I don't want to pay $9. I want to pay $3. So I'll just keep my eye out for it. All right, here we go. Ren and Stimpy #1. And Ren and Stimpy, and this is still in the poly bag. Pretty cool. Let's just show this real quick. Look at that. Comes with the scratch my face, man. Like, so pretty cool thing. Free air Fowler enclosed. I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah. So happy to have that one. And I had one I bought years ago that was like an okay condition for like $4. That one was $6. And then this one was $6 as well. And I've had the copy of this already from like a year or two ago. I paid actually like the same price, but this one is a newsstand and this one's in better condition. This is for some reason Spider-Man appears in this. And what I love about it is that the interior art, mimics Chris Felucci. I think that's how you say his name. The guy who created Ren and Stimpy. So it's just cool to see like Spider-Man like in this hold on, let me fix that. In this like world, done in this style. So this is an awesome book to get. And and then here's the last one to finish up the whole. Action Comics Annual 1 from 1987. Got this one for $3. It's kind of funny. He had like other copies in his boxes of this. One was $4 and one was $7. Now you would think the $3 one would be the worst condition one. The one that was $7 was the worst condition copy. The $4 one was decent, and the one that was only $3, when I grabbed, was the best condition. Like, it's basically a mid-condition copy. I don't know. So what's the key significance of this book? Well, I mean, I'd have to look it up, but really the biggest thing is just that it's an Arthur Adams drawing Batman. He did the cover, but it's Arthur Adams doing the entire annual, 1987. I mean, look at that. He's already, like, full-on Arthur Adams here. Like, you can recognize the Arthur Adams women, how he draws them, and everything like that. This is, like, pretty cool. It's like a vampire story, but, like, look at that. I love that. I think this is I'm pretty sure Batman showing up in his Matches Malone character. Look at that. It's, like, such an awesome drawing. Kind of like a little bit of, like, Frank Miller, Dark Knight, Batman going on there a bit. Superman looks kind of funny, but let's see. Let's just go through these real quick. So, it's like awesome. I found out about this, like, I don't know where I found out about this. One of the YouTube shows. I want to give the proper credit. But I didn't know this even existed. I love finding out, like, these. Look at that. That's, like, straight up, like, this is, like, full-on established Arthur Adams at this point. I mean, like, so, really awesome. Again, like, his body shapes for these characters remind me of, like, Dark Knight when Batman versus Superman, when they fight each other, which is kind of cool that he's clearly inspired by that. So that's what I think was an awesome find. If you're an Arthur Adams fan, or just in general, just, any of these big artists that, like, are still around today producing work, and he doesn't do a lot of interiors, really. So, like, to find that Arthur Adams did a full Batman Superman comic, like, I don't know how much DC work he's done. Like, he's done, like, I know a lot of covers for them, but I feel like he's always been more like a Marvel guy. I know he did, like, a Godzilla series for, Dark Horse and a lot of Dark Horse series, but over the years, I feel like he's mostly done more Marvel work. So I thought that was a really cool find. Happy to have that. So yeah, so that's the haul. Like I said, I think there's some fun stuff here. If you like what you saw, give the episode a like. Become part of the You Love Comic Books conversation. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment if you have any questions on what you saw. Check out the links for my eBay and Instagram, You Love Comic Books. You're going to see a previous episode over here, and you're gonna see the subscription button right here. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.